I'm putting your bags in my car. Putting your bags in my car so you can go to your parents' house. Move, Josh, because if you hit me, I'm going to
Put my
you.
shit down.
I'm putting it in my car.
Put it down.
I'm putting it in my car.
5,
or what?
4, 3, 2, 1. I don't give a fuck.
So my mom, I guess that made her mad when he said that, because as soon as he said he's trying to focus on high school and all this other shit, she immediately pulls out the paper of like me having chlamydia. So she's like, what the fuck is this then? But since half of it was broken, I really couldn't see everything, but I had wind up going to his messages, and literally at the top there her name goes. Obviously, y'all, I know this girl. It's a girl that we go to church with. So I'm like, why is she texting him? Like, they're talking, y'all, like, when am I going to see you? You look good today. She's sending him naked photos, y'all. Naked photos. I walk around. As soon as I walk around, y'all, there the bitch go, y'all. Butt naked, legs fucking spread, his face in it. I'm like, so I immediately, boo, 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 boo. When we got back to the apartment, we had an argument about something. And then, like, I wind up, like, going into labor. So, like, an hour before he had came, I had got on, like, my computer. And my computer is hooked up to his email, because I would use his email sometimes for like DoorDash, Uber Eats, stuff like that. I went through his email and it showed like hotel bookings and like Uber Eats, DoorDashes, the same like exact days I was giving birth. I get a voice memo, y'all, from a girl talking about something. He got a bitch now. Don't call him no more. I was like...
Welcome back to another episode of Clocked Out Conversations. I'm your host, Fahim, and today we got some more TikTok content. Storytime: when someone jokes about domestic violence, but they don't know what it feels like to be strangled by the same hands that would hold you at night. That's pretty morbid, ain't it? I'm not here to waste your time. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more, and let's get into it. So this first part of Storytime, she just showing herself getting beat, huh? Oh, Lord. Broke the TV. Broke an arm. What's going on? Broke a phone. Jeez. Ugh.
I'm putting your bags in my car. Putting your bags in my car so you can go to your parents' house. Move, Josh, because if you hit me, I'm going to
Put my
you.
shit down.
I'm putting it in my car.
Put it down.
I'm putting it in my car.
5,
or what?
4, 3, 2, 1. I don't give a fuck.
But I do want to start a little series here on TikTok of things that happened and I still stayed, because I don't want anyone to ever feel stupid for staying. And like, I don't want anyone, I know what I'm saying right now won't matter to you. If you're in that type of situation, you're going to stay anyways, because I know I still stayed. Like, there was literally nothing anyone can tell me. That was my man, and like, I was sticking beside him, basically. I was young. I was like 17. I was 17 when I got pregnant. I didn't know I was like actually pregnant till I was probably like 4 months pregnant, because I always had like an unscheduled type period. Like, my period would come, then it would miss 2 months. So I didn't really think I was pregnant. Like, my period wasn't coming, but I didn't have any symptoms. Like, my stomach was flat. I wasn't throwing up. I wasn't sick. I'm just like, I'm chilling still. So I had found out I was actually pregnant in January. I didn't tell him or anyone when I found out I was pregnant, because I was scared. Like, I didn't know what to do. I was like just hoping it went away. I was hoping it towards the end of March. So he was on some type of like little basketball trip, because he was on the basketball team. He's on a basketball trip, and I was just like, hey, I have something to tell you. I texted him and told him. I was like, I'm pregnant. Mind y'all, during this time, we were still together, but like, we were always arguing. We were always fighting, because he would ignore me. Like, when he would go out of town, he would not talk to me, y'all. When he was out of town, and he went out of town like every single weekend, because it was like towards the end of the basketball season, he would never speak to me. And then when he come back into town, he would like love bound me. Like, I miss you so much. I love you. Where you at? Come see. So I told him that I was pregnant. He had basically cussed me out, like, why the fuck are you pregnant, getting on my ass? Because I told him, I'm not even gonna lie, I told him I couldn't get pregnant, because I didn't think I can get pregnant. I was stupid as fuck, because we had already been having like sex for like a year straight, and he nutted in me every single time, and I never got pregnant. So am I dumbass 16? So right after I told him I was pregnant, he literally hung up in my face, called my mom, and was like, you need to go talk to your daughter about something. So my mom comes in my room and was like, hey, like, what do you need to talk to me about? I'm like, nothing. She was like, said you need to talk to me about something. I'm like, no. So then she's like, tell me, because he's literally spamming her phone, like, so my mom was just like, just tell me. So I told her. She had immediately left the room, called his mom. They had started talking. Both of them are kind of like both disappointed in me. No one's really saying anything to him, because for one, he's out of town with his bitch ass. So I guess 2 days later, he had wind up coming back into town, y'all. So when he came back into town, my mom, his mom, we all took a pregnancy test together. They figured out I was actually pregnant. I was just like, you know, I want to have an abortion. Before I even said that, he had already told me, like, you're getting an abortion, which was fine. So I go to the doctor. Mind you, he didn't even come to my doctor's appointment because he lied, y'all. This is another thing. Every time I would have a doctor's appointment, he would like lie to his parents and wouldn't tell his parents that the appointment was that day, or he would lie to them about the time so he could purposely miss it or purposely be late. Out of the 6 doctor's appointment I had, he came to 1. The first one I went to, they were like, you're 7 months pregnant, you can have an abortion. I was like, damn. I truly did not know I was 7 months along. I thought I was more like 3 months, 4 months. Just from what I had figured out, I couldn't have the abortion. This is where it gets bad, y'all. So we weren't together. We were barely talking, y'all, for real. We weren't really talking that much because he was always so fucking mean to me when we did talk because he was mad that I got pregnant. So we didn't really talk that much. And he was also just like really standoffish towards me. Like he even dropped to my house one day. We were talking. We had sex, of course. After us having sex or whatever, everything was cool. He went home. But like 3 days later, I had another doctor's appointment, which he didn't go to because once again, he lied. So I had another doctor's appointment and the doctor was basically like, you have chlamydia. And I was just like, no, I don't. Like, that's not possible. I've only ever had sex with my man. And like, my man's already made it clear that we're not doing that. Like, I'm his only one. He's my only one. Like, we're not doing that. So I immediately start texting him, like, did you fuck somebody else? All the other shit. He starts gaslighting me, y'all. Like, I didn't fuck nobody else. You're a delusional bitch. You're always thinking the worst of me. Like, this is why we can't be together because you're always thinking I'm such a bad person. You'll never let me change. You'll never let me grow. Like, you're always accusing me. So I'm basically like, okay, yeah, you're right. My man wouldn't do this. In my head, so he basically didn't speak to me for 3 days after that because he said I'm always accusing him of the worst. We wind up having like this family meeting with like his dad, my mom, all of our parents, like a family meeting for us to like talk it out on why we're not speaking. So in the meeting, he's all like, you know, I don't talk to her because I'm just trying to focus on basketball. I'm really trying to focus on graduating high school. Just, you know, just the usual. So my mom, I guess that made her mad when he said that because as soon as he said he's trying to focus on high school and all this other shit, she immediately pulls out the paper of like me having chlamydia. So she's like, what the fuck is this then? And I immediately started crying because for one, that's embarrassing. Everybody knows I have chlamydia now. Well, I already didn't have it because I already had started my treatment. And then for 2, everybody knows he's fucking other bitches while I'm pregnant. And then for 3, I was just mad because as soon as she pulled out the paper, I looked at him and I seen his face. And at this point in my head, I'm still believing that I got chlamydia from like a toilet seat or from fucking it flying up my ass. Like, I'm not thinking that my man fucked anybody else. So when I seen his face and I realized, oh shit, he really did do this because he had such a like how'd y'all find that out look, I was literally so heartbroken. I cried my ass off and yeah, I still took him back after that. So I don't know. Okay, so this is day 2 of things that he did and I still stayed. Remember, I'm just making these videos so nobody ever feels dumb for going back because trust me, I was going back because that was my man. Everything that just happened. So this is after the chlamydia. This is after he caught him cheating. So of course I stayed. He said sorry, whatever. We weren't like actually together, but we were working on being together. So the day of the induction comes, I wind up having to get induced because the baby wasn't coming. I was past my due date. They induced me. Probably like 5 or 6 days before exact date and time I was getting induced and what to bring and what time to be there and all that because he never came to a doctor's appointment. So the day of the doctor's appointment comes, it happens, cool. He's there, I get there, he has a backpack on. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, he knows he's supposed to stay. He has a backpack. He's there. He didn't really like, when I walked into the like hospital, he didn't really say anything to me. He just kind of stayed on his phone the whole time. Like, he's just on his phone. The backpack that he bought, it only has a computer in it. So in my head, I'm like, okay, maybe his clothes are in the car because of course I'm not thinking in my head he's going to leave. But the backpack he brought, it only had like a computer in it. So I'm hooked up to all these machines. I'm having to go to the restroom every 10 seconds. He's helping me, but like you can tell like based off his actions that he don't really want to help me. Like every time I'm like, hey, can you help me up? He's like rolling his eyes, he's dragging his feet. Like he doesn't literally want to be there. You can tell he literally did not want to be there. So he winds up staying, I would probably say like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. And then around like 10-ish, 11-ish, his mom had comes into the hospital room. I don't even know why she's there. I don't know why she's speaking. Like, he's a grown-ass man. Okay, so we're gonna leave. And I'm like, in my head, I'm not thinking that he's gonna leave too because he's supposed to stay. Everybody knows that. I'm thinking she's just gonna leave. So I'm like, oh, okay. And then I see him get up. And I'm like, where are you going? And he's like, oh, I'm leaving. I'll be back tomorrow. And I'm like, why are you leaving? Because mind you, the doctor already said like the baby can come anytime because they already started the induction. So why are you? So after I asked him why he was leaving, he didn't say anything. His mom answered for him once again. Why are you speaking? She was just like, oh, he didn't bring any of his clothes. And I'm like, why didn't he bring any clothes? I already been told him about this. He knows what's happened. You have 4 kids, woman, so you know how the shit goes. So why didn't you make him bring clothes? So I was just like, you can't go get his clothes for him and like leave him here. And she was just like, no, not tonight. So anyways, he had wound up leaving. Cool. So right after he left, I probably say like an hour later, the contractions started to happen. Like the baby was coming. Like I literally went from like 10 in like 15 minutes. Like it was quick. So anyways, I wind up having a baby. Worst pain of my life. 0 out of 10 experience. Never again. So yeah, right after the baby was born, obviously he was there because he decided to leave. My mom had called them like when my contractions started to happen, but they came back. As soon as they walked in, I kid y'all the fuck not, the first thing his mom said was, okay, so she didn't say hi to me. She didn't ask to hold the baby. She didn't, none of that. She didn't ask what the baby's name was. The first thing she said was, okay, so the DNA test lady is like 15 minutes away. Swear to God, the first thing she said. And he didn't say anything. He just stood there. And like he stood, but they stood at the door. So as soon as she said that, I literally cussed her the fuck out. I told her to get the fuck out my hospital room and never speak to me again. Because for what, I'm mad because one, your son missed the birth. Because even if you didn't want to be there or whatever, as a woman, you should have been like, no, you're gonna stay here. And then so yeah, I told her to get out. The DNA test came. Also, y'all, I was not ducking and dodging no DNA test. I didn't care because I had never been with nobody else but him. So it wasn't the fact that they wanted a DNA test. It was the fact that that was the first thing you said to me. It was no, oh, I'm sorry, I missed it. What's the baby's name? It was, I'm getting it. So we stayed in the hospital 3 days. All the 3 days, he never stayed the night. One night out of the 3 days, he came one day. That was it. He came one day. Other days he didn't come. Now his dad was actually pretty chill back then. Like his dad was out of town. His dad was in Puerto Rico. And I remember his dad being like, why is he not staying there with you at the hospital? Why wasn't he there for the birth? Like his dad had the same. And I was just more so like, it's your wicked, evil wife. Like she doesn't want him here to, and his dad was just like, you know, I'm sorry. Like if I was there, like it wouldn't went down like that. But like, this is my wife, so I have to stick by her decision. So this is kind of where it gets like me more angry. So after I had the baby, he would come over, I would say about 1 time a week to help. Which I don't know why it was only 1 time a week, because his mom didn't fucking work anyway, so she could have brought him over my house every day to help me with the baby, but she didn't really want him like a so my mom and his dad had wind up communicating on how it wasn't fair, that I was just always with the baby. He was only seeing the baby 1 time a week. So they decided that he was gonna like spend the night at my house on nights to help me. The first 3 times we tried to get him to spend a night, his mom blocked it. Like his dad was always out of town because his dad did all the working. His mom didn't work. Mom would just do little shit, like she wouldn't bring him on the days he was supposed to come to help me so I can sleep. Like she would just do little evil, weird shit. So this is where I realized he kind of had like another girlfriend the whole entire time. So one day on his days that he was supposed to come over, his phone had wind up going off. He's in a bathroom, and I never like looked at his phone. I haven't looked at his phone in months, but I just happened to look at it. It was this girl. I'm not gonna say her name because she still sees her name had wind up popping up, and she had said something like, dang, I want to see you, I miss you, something like that. So obviously I went off. I'm like, who the fuck is this? Because mind you, we're still supposed to be working towards us getting together. We're not supposed to be talking to anybody else. We're not supposed to be doing that. And basically made up some lie about how he been stopped talking to her, but she still messages him from time to time. But she had a contact name, so I was just like, you're lying, but okay. So I was like, get out of my house, I don't want to see you. We can just like wait till the baby's older and we can just start doing like, obviously he was, you know, love bombing, like, I'm so sorry, I love you so much, you know, just like the love bombing things that y'all know. Obviously I took him back after that, and it happened again. So the first time he ever spent the night after his mom blocking it like a billion times, like his mom blocked it so many times, because her more so reason for us not wanting to spend a night is because like we weren't married, but like we already had a baby and he's a grown-ass man, please. So he had wind up spending a night. He spent the night. The next day he didn't have like a driver's license or anything. So my mom woke up at 4 a.m. in the morning, took him down to his driver's license appointment and got him his license. He came back, he was happy. He had wind up giving me his phone so I can take him like a picture of him. When he gave me his phone, I swear it was like a movie. Like I went to take the picture of him with his license, and the girl texts again. This is the same girl from, she had texted him again like, oh, so when am I going to see you, or something along the lines. And I was so fucking mad. I was heated, y'all. I was mad as fuck because why the fuck do you keep playing with me? So I wind up just messaging her, and I figured out that like he literally talked to her the whole entire time that I was pregnant. And this is not even the same girl that he fucked and got like chlamydia from. This is a whole different girl. So this is like not two girls that he's like cheated on me with since I've been pregnant. So part 3 of things he did and I still stayed. It's gonna be the time I walked in on him eating another bitch's pussy while using my car. Yeah. So basically what happened was me and him had got back together after the hospital thing after chlamydia. We were actually together now, y'all, like in an actual relationship. He had cheated a few times in between, like the last story and this time I'm gonna tell y'all, but it was never like too big, or like it was big, but like cheating is cheating, but it was not that. So basically what happened was, in our relationship, I had took on a lot of the burdens. He didn't have a job nor a car, and I had a job in a car, so I took care of all the bills. I took care of all of the daughter's financial needs, like anything, I always took care of it. He never really held a job for long. He would get a job for like 2 weeks and quit, and he didn't have a car, so anything, I just did it. So he had wind up getting a job, but he didn't have any money. So I would let him use my car to go to work, and I would also put the gas in my car for him to get to work. So what happened is my mom would drop me off at work, and he would take my car to work, and then he would pick me up from work, or my mom would pick me up from work, and he would just come. This probably went on for like 2 months. I was still paying the car note on the car every single month, even though I barely got to use it because he had it Monday through Friday going to work. So basically one day after he got home from work, he usually would get home from work around like 7, 8, something like that. But he had got home at like 11:30, almost 12 o'clock. When he had got home and got in bed, he had smelled like straight weed. Mind you, me nor him smoke. So I'm like, why do you smell like weed? And he's just like, oh, I went to the gym after work and like someone was smoking there. So in my head, I'm like, that doesn't really sound believable. Like, you didn't even tell me you were going to the gym. And then like but whatever, like I'm not gonna like argue and question you down about it, because I truly be trying to trust my man. Like I be trying to trust my man because that's my man. So yeah, I wind up smelling like weed. I wind up not questioning it too much. But that night, for some reason, like I just felt off. Like I couldn't sleep. Like I was thinking about him smelling like weed, everything like that. So he had wind up having 2 cell phones. He had his old phone and his new phone, but his old phone was still connected to his iCloud, but it was dead. Like he never used it. So I wound up getting his old phone. It was literally underneath my bed because like he never used it. He never thought about it. I wind up charging the old phone up, and as soon as I charged the old phone up, of course, all the messages started to like load. So I wind up unlocking the phone, because remember, I knew his old password because he didn't even use that old phone no more. Like it was off. Half of the screen was also broken, so you could only see from like half of the screen. But since half of it was broken, I really couldn't see everything. But I had wind up going to his messages, and literally at the top there her name goes. Obviously, y'all, I know this girl. It's a girl that we go to church with. So I'm like, why is she texting him? So I wind up going through their messages, and he's just like, they're talking, y'all, like talking like, when am I going to see you? You look good today. She's sending him naked photos, y'all. Naked photos. And mind y'all, she knows about me because she's asking him stuff like, when are you going to leave her for real? Like, when are you going to stop talking to her? Why are you always over there? Just little shit like that. So I had wind up throwing the phone in his fucking ass because he's in the bed just knocked out sleep. I threw the phone in his ass. I woke his ass up. So I'm cussing him out. I'm yelling at him like, what the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this? Like, why are you doing this? And he's just like... So I'm like, get the fuck out of my house. Like, you need to leave. Go to your parents' house. Also, y'all, his parents literally lived like 5 minutes away, so it was nothing for him. Mind y'all, so I'm feeling so stupid because I'm putting gas in my car for him to get to work. I'm letting him use my car all day for him to get to work. And while he's at work, he's texting her on top of that. Like, he's sending her photos of him in his bathroom job, like, mirror. So I'm just like, I am so stupid. So after this, I had wind up not talking to him for like 2 days straight. He was texting me, spamming me, like, take me back. I'm sorry. I don't like her. Just talking hella shit about her, really. Like, she's this, she's that, she's easy bob. Like, I don't want her. Like, you know, the usual that dudes do. I had wind up not speaking to him for 2 days. So on day 3, because mind y'all, this is like a Wednesday, and I had wind up texting him like that evening, like, hey, like, I'm gonna come by and we can talk, and like, you can explain yourself to me, even though there was nothing to explain. He was cheating. It's just like, okay. And I was like, I'll stop by when I get off work. So when I got off work, it was a Wednesday. So I was like, oh, he's definitely going to be at church. So I'm going to just go to his parents' church and talk to him there because I know he's going to be there. Like, he's not going to be at his house because it's Wednesday. So I wind up going to the church, but he wasn't there. So I was just like, that's weird. Like, his whole entire family's here, mom, brothers, sisters, everybody's there, but he's not there. I'm also not thinking about this girl in this time because he already told me he didn't like her, he didn't want her. He was only talking to her because of this, and that. So I'm not even thinking she's a factor in the situation. So I wind up texting him, like, where you at, all this other stuff. He winds up not replying to me. Called him, he didn't reply. So I wind up leaving the church early and like going to his house, because mind you, his house is like 5 minutes from my house, so me going is not really an issue or nothing like that. So I wind up knocking on the door, and I heard noise, and I knew he was in there, but he didn't answer. So I'm like, this is weird, why is he not answering? So he used to do this like manipulative game to where when I would get mad at him for cheating on me, he would like flip it back on me and be mad at me out of nowhere. Like, if I ignored him too long or like stayed mad at him too long, he would try to like flip it back on me and be like, well, remember when you did this? And it would be something stupid as fuck. So I just thought he was doing his little manipulative shit. I didn't really think too much of it. I didn't really take it to heart. So I'm knocking on the door like, please let me in. I'm sorry, we can talk. Like, I'm apologizing because I stayed mad at him too long for cheating on me. So he had wound up not saying anything. So I had to wind up walking around their house because they have like this like clear ass window that you can fucking see. I walk around. As soon as I walk around, y'all, there the bitch go, y'all, butt naked, legs fucking spread, his face in it. I'm like, so I immediately boo 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 start banging on the window like I was mad as fuck, yo. So I wound up walking all the way around the house to like the backyard, because they have like a sliding glass door, and that hole is usually open. So I'm hoping it's open, because I mean, I'm finna beat the fuck out of her, him, they dog, like everybody gotta get it. Of course it's fucking locked. Her pussy ass is not trying to open it. I look and I see him in the back hiding, and he's naked too. I'm like, bro, there's no fucking way. So she's cussing me out through the fucking glass door, trying to be all big and bad. And I'm not even trying to argue with her for real, because, bitch, you're easy. Like, he doesn't even like you. He doesn't want you. Like, still to this day, like, she hates me, which is crazy, because you hate me over him. And so my issue is mainly with him. He really got me fucked up. So she winds up running through the front door, dashing to her car, and driving off. He had wind up jumping out the window in the kitchen to like escape my ass, because I was at the back door. I hear a boom. He jumped out the fucking window, y'all, and dashed down the street to like get away from me. So then that night, I'm standing by his house. I'm like, I'm gonna catch him. Like, I'm gonna sleep in front of his house until he get here, because I'm gonna kill him. Like, I was literally like thinking about like all the ways I can kill him. I was literally planning on going to jail, y'all. Like, I was so mad. Anyways, long story short, he had waited at like the park down the street, and then like he had texted me like, I'm sorry, can we talk? Please don't hit me. You be hitting me. Why are you scared about me hitting you? He wound up apologizing, telling me he's sorry, he loves me, he would never do that again, and I took him back. I know. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, in a moment, like, the apology sounded like the best apology ever. Like, I don't even remember what he said, but like, I know it was bullshit. And like, yeah, that's just kind of what happened, y'all. Also, y'all, I didn't add in a story time because I forgot. What he was basically doing was, the night he was smoking weed, he was with her and his homeboy, and they were all smoking, and he was talking about buying her a house. Only reason why I know that is because I went through their messages, and she was like, were you for real about buying me a house? So, yeah, you can really do anything for a dude, pay for everything, take care of his ass, and he's still gonna cheat, so I don't know. Okay, guys, we're back. So this is going to be, I think, like part 3 or 4 of things he did, and I spent time. He left me in the hospital, y'all. Like, the first time I told y'all, that was the first time. He did this shit again, like, because I hate talking about this one. This is probably the worst thing I think he's literally ever done to me, and still to this day, I know. Okay, so this is in 2024, so last year around 2024, we were living together. I was asleep, and I started seeing him pack up the car. Like, he didn't tell me shit. He just started packing up the car with like a lot of his shit, but like, he still had some stuff at the house. So I was like, hey, like, what are you doing? It's like my godbrother's girlfriend's mom like got me hired at like this job, and it's like a good paying job and stuff like that. But he was just basically like, yeah, like, it pays a lot, and like the commute from where we lived, because we lived like 45 minutes out the city, and his parents' home was like 30 minutes out the city, but it was like his parents' home was like 30 minutes from the job. Our house was like an hour from the job. So I understood. I was like, okay, like, if this is just a way better paying job and you really want to take it, and it's easier for you to stay at your mom's house or your parents' house, then whatever. Even though I was literally like due to give birth in like a week, I was like, oh, even though like I was annoyed because he didn't even talk it out with me beforehand. He literally just started packing up the car and then just told me what he's gonna do. I was like, cool. But he was like, I'll still stay here Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and I'm off work. I'm only staying at my parents' house because it's a closer drive. So I'm just like, okay. So he started the job, cool, everything like this. Like 3 or 4 days passed, I wound up having a doctor's appointment. I call him and I'm like, hey, I have a doctor's appointment. He winds up taking me to my doctor's appointment, and then we wind up going to the Spectrum store because he broke my phone. He had broke my phone like 3 days previously, so I didn't even have a phone. So I was like, can you take me to the Spectrum store? I'll pay for it, but I just need a new phone. He go at the Spectrum store, he's love bombing the fuck out of me, guys. And I think it's because he felt guilty, just because, like, I don't know. But I mean, he's like, I love you so much. Like, you're so amazing. Like, thank you for always sticking by me. But even though, like, all the bad things I do, like, you're so perfect. Like, I want to marry you. Like, just all this stuff, like, just love bombing this shit out of you. Like, we're talking, whatever. We get back to our apartment, and he drops me off. So when we got back to the apartment, we had an argument about something, and then like I wind up like going into labor. Whole way onto the hospital, he has like no sense of urgency. He's low-key being kind of rude. He has his AirPods in because I'm like in pain, so I'm like grunting and stuff. He literally put his AirPods in and turned his music all the way up. He was the rudest. So I'd asked him to go tell one of the nurses something. I was like, can you go tell one of the nurses I need some more pain meds or something like that? He was like, okay, cool. He goes to go tell the nurse because I heard him walk out and tell her something, but he never comes back, y'all. When I say this man never came back, I guess he went out the room and he kept walking all the way down to his car. So after like a few minutes of noticing he's not there, mind you, I don't have a phone still because I wasn't able to get one at the Spectrum store. I forgot to mention that. They didn't have no phone. I have no clothes. I literally have nothing. So I'm like, where's he at? One of the nurses was like, oh, he said he's getting something from downstairs at the car. So I wound up giving birth. Like 2 hours after I give birth, my mom comes in. She was like, you know, he said that you were giving labor at this hospital. Where's he at? And I was like, I don't know. Like, he just left like 2-3 hours ago. He's not with you? Because I thought maybe he was going to pick up my mom's phone to call him. He didn't answer. I texted him. He didn't answer. I said, where are you at? He had basically said that he texted me, ended up texting me back like 30-45 minutes later and was like, I went to go get your Medicaid card, but I'm on my way back. I'm sorry for missing the birth. I'm like, my Medicaid card, no one asked for that. I didn't ask for that. The nurses didn't ask for that. What the hell are you talking about? But I'm like, okay, whatever, just hurry and get back. That was the last thing I heard from him for 3 days. I think I went into labor like on a Friday. So I didn't hear from him Friday. I didn't hear from him Saturday. Didn't hear from him Sunday. Mind you, this whole time I blown up his phone because for one, I don't have anything. I don't have any clothes because I don't live with my mom. So all my clothes are at our apartment and he has the apartment keys because we live together. So I didn't have any keys. Like, he always kept the keys in his car and I didn't even have my car at that time. So we were using his car because my car was. So yeah, I had no clothes. The baby had no clothes, like nothing. They usually give babies like a little like shirt or whatever, but she had no actual clothes. So she had no clothes. She didn't have a car seat. She didn't have literally nothing because all the clothes were in my house. I couldn't get in because it was locked. And then we brought a hospital bag, but he had it in his car with him. So if you were gonna leave, you couldn't even leave the hospital bag downstairs. So you just left and took the hospital bag with you. So cool. Around Monday, so it's just 3 days after she's born, mom had to wind up going to the store buying clothes for me, her, a car seat, literally everything, breast pumps, like, 'cause I didn't have anything, he had everything. Around Monday, he had called me and he was like, or he texted me like midnight on Monday and was like, I'm so sorry, I love you so much, like I would never leave you. I was just so scared because like I was scared of having a kid and like I was scared of childbirth and like I just didn't want to see that and like all these things. Of course, in my little naive ass head, I'm believing him because I'm like, I don't have the energy to argue with him. I'm like, cool, when are you gonna come see her? Because at this point he's never met her day in his life because he wasn't there when she was born. He didn't even know her name, like he knew nothing. So he was like, I'll be there tomorrow. So he wound up coming over tomorrow, trying to like hug me, trying to be my friend, just little weird shit like what he just didn't do. So like an hour before he had came, I had got on like my computer, and my computer is hooked up to his email because I would use his email sometimes for like DoorDash, Uber Eats, stuff like that. That's where I found out everything. I went through his email and it showed like hotel bookings and like Uber Eats, DoorDashes, the same like exact days I was giving birth. So I was like, was he in a hotel like comfortable? I didn't think he was with a girl. I'm just like, he was at a hotel, like what the hell? I had to wind up asking him about it when he pulled up and he was just like, oh, my friend Logan used my credit card in my name to book a hotel room or whatever for him and his girl. And I was just like, because he had like an Amex card at that time. So I was just like, okay, like I'm still at this point like not thinking it was him. And then so he was just like, but like I slept in the park for the whole time he gave birth. Like I slept in my car in the park. I didn't go to my parents' house. Like I just couldn't face anyone, or I couldn't like be around people because I was just mad at myself for leaving you there and like being too scared to see it all. So I just sat at the park for like 3 days. So once we got back to the apartment, once again, he has started immediately love bombing me. I love you so much. I'm sorry for leaving you there. I'll move back in today. Like, I'll go back to my parents' house. I'll grab all my stuff right now. I'll quit that job. Like, none of that matters. I just want to be here with you. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I just want to be here with you. Like, literally almost in tears begging me to let him quit his job. And I'm like, you fought tooth and nail to work at this job. No, just stay there. And plus, I really don't even want to be around you right now because I'm mad about what you did. So, you know what? Maybe we should just have space for a little bit. And, like, you can just come over periodically to see her. But, like, as far as us living together again. So he was like, okay, I love you. Like, acting all sad and shit. I'm like, all right. So that same exact day, he had wind up wrecking his fucking car. And I was just like, damn. So I wasn't able to see him like that rest of that week. But he was texting me every single day, like, I miss you. I want to come stay with you. Like, just let me know when you want me to, and I'll Uber over there, and I'll just move back with you. All this other stuff, making it seem like he generally, like, cares about me. So, I didn't wind up speaking to him all day Thursday because I was just aggravated. Like, I was tired. I was aggravated, and I didn't speak to him. Friday, I texted him, like, Friday night. This is where the cheating. This is where I figured out mostly everything. So I wind up texting him that Friday night, and he had texted me. I texted him like, hey, or something like that. He had texted me back, hey. And I called him. He didn't answer. He was like, he just texted me back, yes. And I'm just like, I'm trying to call you. I get a voice memo, y'all, from a girl talking about something. He got a bitch now. Don't call him no more. I was like, so then everything started to click again together. So I went back to his email, looked at the thing. He's at a hotel currently. Like, I see exactly where he's at. But this time it's in her name, but he still used his card in his email. Sorry, y'all, I had to make it 2 parts because this is a long story. So everything has started to click together. I'm like, he was at a hotel with a girl the same night or the same day I gave birth, and he's at a hotel with her the very next weekend too. So I'm spamming his phone, like, where are you? She called me, but I didn't answer because I was talking to somebody else. Like, I was talking to my mom or something, and I missed the call. So I called him back. She didn't answer. So I was like, cool. So then after that, I had wind up ignoring him or whatever. So then after that, the next morning, he called me, and he started once again apologizing. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know why I did that. Like, I love you. Like, I just thought we wouldn't work because, like, I just be getting mad at you sometimes for, like, keeping the kids. He's like, I just be getting mad at you sometimes because I don't know. Like, I just sometimes feel so much anger towards you. So, like, I just be mean to you and I be doing, like, evil stuff to you. So I just thought maybe I could just date another girl and, like, be with another girl. So, like, he really didn't have any reasoning. It was just like, I just did it because, I don't know, like, look, my friend wanted to do it. He had a girl. A girl was there. So I was just like, cool, let's go to a hotel. And, like, he really didn't have a reason as to why he did it. He was just like, I did it because I was just dumb. I'm stupid. I'm sorry. Like, please, once again, let me Uber over there. Like, I'll come over there. Whatever. So once again, that whole night, whole day, he's love bombing me. And then at nighttime, he goes, I'm finna Uber to your house. Like, whether you want me or not, I'm finna Uber there. So I think he had wound up falling asleep or something like that because I didn't text back, or I text back late. He had wound up falling asleep. He had wound up falling asleep. And then the next day was Sunday, so it was like a church day. So he was all like, can you come to the church? Just wait in the parking lot. I'll come see you after church. Please, I just want to talk to you. I want to explain myself, all the other stuff. So then that exact same day, random bitches at the church start texting my phone about random shit they don't know about. No, just random shit that don't got shit to do with nothing else. And then I guess I don't know what the hell happened. All of a sudden he goes, I hate you so much, I don't want to ever see you again. Bitch. So then I think they wind up dating for like a month. But like that whole month that he dated her, he literally wouldn't leave me alone. So it was like he was telling everybody else he didn't like me, but like he was stalking my page, liking my videos, messaging me if I was still in town, like little just weird shit. And then he wound up breaking up with her and then like getting back with me. But y'all, I know I should have took him back. That was like and then like after like a month probably, he had wound up like breaking up with her and like whatever, like I don't know, but he's terrible, I don't know. So yeah, I took him back after that, but like I swear that is probably the worst thing that man's ever did to me, and I hate him so much. And my problem with that story is, for one, it's not the fact that if you wanted to date somebody else, you don't have to be with me. If you want to be with somebody else, that's cool. The problem with my story was the timing. You literally couldn't wait till the baby was born. You had to leave me in the hospital to go fuck another girl. And then on top of that, you lied to me. You constantly lied to my face. You constantly, every time, like, and then on top of that, you lied to me. I asked you where you was. You said the park. You constantly loved on me and played in my face, pretending like you loved me and cared about me, knowing you were fucking another girl in the hotel while I was giving birth, and then continued to fuck her after that. That's insane. People that do that are mentally ill. And every single person that stood behind him in that weird ass decision, I do not fuck with you. I do not talk to you. And that's the reason why I am the way I am to y'all. And that's also the reason why I do not like his fucking family. Ever since that time, I've never liked his family because y'all are weird as fuck for that shit. Weird as fuck. No, fuck y'all too, actually. Y'all see that? Fuck y'all. But yeah, anyone's free to date who they want to date, but it's all about timing, it's all about consideration, and it's all about not lying. If you wanted to do that, you could have waited till the baby was born. You could have not lied. You could have did that whole situation 10,000 times better. You are not a fucking child. You're a grown-ass man. You know right from wrong. Get it together. And when we started back talking, you even admitted multiple times that you knew the whole entire time that what you were doing was wrong. You knew that it wasn't right, but you just ignored it. So you knew what you were doing was wrong, and you knew what you were doing was fucked up.
So, what do you guys think about the story time? I think that the brother that she was dealing with was an excessive cheater. It's just, that's the end of the story for the most part. And in regards to her constantly going back, that's what people tend to do when they're extremely emotionally attached to the person they're with. It happens when people are typically younger because they have less experience, but it can happen at any age. People go back to those that abuse them, manipulate them, take advantage of them. These kinds of things happen all of the time. Another thing, I would have hated to have been her child and known that her, as my mother, was going to abort me. That's a horrible situation to be a part of. That's some horrible information to know as a son. But also, we could talk about these church girls who are supposed to be all holy and devout, but turns out they're home wrecking and dealing with a man who already has a woman pregnant, for that matter, which is pretty insane. It just goes to show you that you cannot assume that somebody is abiding by the morals and principles that they stand for simply because of the title they have or the places that they frequent. But overall, I think that it's a good thing that she ended up getting away from this guy and hopefully is living a much better and brighter life now than she was then. But let me know down in the comments below, do you guys agree with me that it's a good thing that she got away from him?